Well, happening right now, the state is shutting down 100 companies that they say were posing as rehab facilities, transporting Native Americans from tribal land, promising treatment for drug and alcohol addiction, but failing to provide any of it, all while defrauding the state out of hundreds of millions of dollars. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kariba Devine. Tonight, Team 12's William Pitts heard from tribal leaders from around the state about this scam.
For Hopi, it's gotten so brazen where we call it the white van syndrome.
Every single tribal leader.
We probably have about 4 to 5 that have been deceased in sober living homes.
They've all heard it.
A gentleman called me from Chinle, Arizona, communicating to me that he was missing his son.
Or lived it.
My brother's little brother, and he had been missing. We haven't heard from him for a few months.
Family members picked up in vans and disappeared.
I didn't recognize the number, and it was my niece. She was calling because her sister was missing, and we got word that she might have deceased in a sober living home in Glendale. It took us 2 days to find her because what they're also doing is taking them straight to the mortuary instead of the coroners.
All of them, they believe, taken in by fake rehab facilities who promised treatment and gave nothing.
Desperate people struggling with addiction, picked up off the street and dropped in a home with drugs, alcohol, and no treatment available.
Posing as treatment centers, Attorney General Chris Mays said some would even buy lists of names online and bill the state for people they never even met, all to bilk the state out of hundreds of millions of dollars.
In one case, we discovered that Access had been billed for more than 13 hours a day for alcohol rehabilitation services to a 4-year-old.
Arizona officials say they're cracking down on those companies. They've suspended more than 100 providers they suspect of fraud, billing Access and Medicaid in massive amounts. And they say they've blocked most, if not all, of the loopholes that allow these providers to bill with no questions asked.
This is one of the biggest scandals in the history of the state of Arizona.
There were no arrests or indictments announced today, but the large group of tribal leaders and state officials said they're still trying to figure out how big the scam is. Governor Katie Hobbs said she's directing a third-party forensic audit of Access to see how much money was taken. And tribal leaders say they're still trying to find the missing.
As a tribal leader, my fellow tribal leaders out here, we're here to let everybody know that our tribal members are not for sale.
William Pitts, 12 News.